Hello everybody, welcome to our DVC journey. I'm Brian.
And I'm Gail.
And Gail has accomplished something that I never thought that she'd be able to do, and I don't know that she really thinks that it would be possible, but here we are, right?
Yes.
We are camping. But before we get into that, let's take it from the beginning and show you around. Okay, so this is where we're going to be roughing it for the next couple of days. Yes, I know it's a cabin, one of the new cabins at the Fort Wilderness, the cabins at Fort Wilderness. And of course, as you approach the entry, you have your nice deck, private deck area, and nice seating. Of course, you have the Mickey chairs, the hidden Mickeys within the chairs here, which is nice touch. You have a nice table with a bench for your seating, but you're surrounded with the forest, and of course you have neighbors. And to give you an idea, the neighbors aren't too far away from you, but you still have some privacy. So we're going to go inside the cabin and take a tour of it. Okay, so first thing, of course, you tap in like at any Disney property. And of course, this is a DVC property. So immediately as you enter, you have your kitchen area and your living area. Give you a little tour. I'm going to face directly over here to the right, and you have a small bathroom sink area, which is nice. So if someone's using the shower in the morning, getting ready to go to the park or whatever, you have a private area to be able to get ready yourself so that two people can. Very nice. This is brand new, and if this was smell-o-vision, I have to say that we're probably the first people to occupy this cabin. But very nice fixtures and some touches in the bathroom area. A nice pull-out stool down below so that the kids can pull those out and be able to stand on them and take care of their brushing their teeth and getting ready themselves. You have a supply. Of course, it's DVC property, so you're going to have a vacuum cleaner and a laundry basket, which brings up a topic. This DVC property does not have a washer and dryer inside the room. For a one bedroom, that's unusual for a DVC property. But you see the artwork there. And we're going to talk about a couple of things as far as in comparison to a DVC property compared to other DVC properties. So this one here, the room tour, of course you have your full kitchen area. And I like to show the refrigerator. Everybody's seen a refrigerator, but for those of us that are DVC members, we don't always go out to eat. So we're interested in what the size of the refrigerator is and freezer because we're preparing meals for our families so that we don't have to go out to eat all the time. So we take advantage of that. Whereas maybe some of the local DVC members that stay here won't use that facility. As far as the dishwasher, the refrigerator, maybe for a couple of things, but it has, of course, all brand new appliances inside the room. You have your toaster, typical DVC one bedroom. Coffee maker, this one has a Keurig, which uses the cups and also a drip, and of course fully stocked with everything that you need. And sticking with the theme of camping, you got the mason jars as your glasses here, which is neat, gives it that theming. Of course, your other items here throughout. And again, this is brand new, smells brand new, and want to show you some of the decor here, the lights that are used here, and also how the ceiling is slanted vaulted ceiling. Thank you, Gail, for that reminder. She's in here with me, going around. But the drapes, of course, there's a lot of light that comes in here, natural light. So you're going to want to block that out. And, you know, they give these thick drapes. And in the draping here, it has the theming continued. I'm going to pull this one here. And, of course, you have some theming of Disney. You got Chip and Dale running around with some acorns, and you got lighting up at the top. So I'll go up there, and guess what? You're not too far away from Old Key West, because look at this, guys. The Forever blinds, they have continued. You pull on that chain and you lower that blind, and the same thing raising it, which is nice because this is where the Murphy bed is. And we'll pull that down for you and move some furniture around. With this layout, the setup, I do like it. You know, there's a nice seating area, you know, for you to be able to kick back and enjoy. I don't really like the positioning of the television, because you see how the couch is. Makes it a little bit hard to watch television if you plan on doing that, you know, in the main living area here. And of course, we always like to point out that there's plenty of plug-ins for USB, phone chargers, and the like. Again, the theming carried out because we're at Fort Wilderness. So we have the pillows that are themed that way. And of course, the artwork with a splash of Mickey. Another thing that I wanted to show, there is a garbage disposal here, but also in this, I'll pull it out. Now look at that, finally a full-size trash can. And why do I show that? Because the other resorts, it seems like they have the small office-sized trash cans. I know it might not be a big deal for some people that are watching this, but if you use the room, you're going to create trash, and you're constantly taking trash out because it overflows and fills up rather quickly. So we're going to go into the one bedroom. This room sleeps 6. So you got the Murphy bed that we will pull down and show you. And then you have the one bedroom that closes off, private. Have your television. Again, you have your theming inside for your Disney theming. Again, we show you the charging ports. That's on both sides of the bed. And then Gail loves this part. This is the bunk bed, and she said she's sleeping up there tonight.
I'm telling you what, this is the cutest thing I have seen in a long time. And yes, I did say that I'm sleeping in that top bunk. So we'll see how that goes.
Can I videotape you climbing this ladder going up into the bunk?
No, you can't videotape it, but...
Can I videotape any of it? Climbing
sure,
up
once I'm up there, it's
fine. Up there? Okay, to kind of see what the fit is.
Maybe a quick picture.
Yeah, but, you know, the theming is cute. So, you know, Disney, you know, you can have couples, no kids, or couples with kids, families. And yeah, I know mom and dad may not want to share a room, but hey, it's for a few nights, it's for a vacation. And I'm going to tell you, the kids
love it.
Yeah, they're going to love this. Really enjoy it and be able to use it. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is DVC members that are not local like ourselves. We travel, so there has to be storage area for luggage, or I'm sorry, not luggage, but per se for personal items, clothing. Of course, that pulls out under the bunk bed. There's 3 drawers there. And then over here, you have a dresser with storage. I always like to unpack myself and not live out of a suitcase. So when we travel, we carry a lot of things. Again, it's not for a quick weekend. Typically, it's for the family, all of us coming down. So like to see how much storage there is for your items so you don't have luggage all over the place. So you have a closet in the master, again, with some theming inside of that. And then, of course, you have the storage under the bed in the master or the one bedroom that you can store your luggage underneath there. So we're going to come back out into the main living area, and Gail has nicely pulled down the Murphy bed. That's how easy it is to work. Gail did it. I'm not saying she's weak or anything like that, but you don't have to be some big burly person to be able to handle that. But behind it is the theming again for Fort Wilderness, and you got the crew doing their camping thing, and the Murphy bed. It just folds up and down. You do have to move that ottoman bench out of the way to be able to fold that down all the way, as you can see. But I think this has been a great addition that DVC has put into their rooms with the Murphy bed, so that it's not that uncomfortable pull-out. That's a very comfortable mattress, full mattress. Again, you got seating in the kitchen area for 4, and you've got the bench that you can use, or this chair, which makes it for 6. It makes it tight, but it's workable. It can be done. And again, it sleeps 6. You got the bunk bed, you got the bed in the bedroom with the bunk beds, and you got the Murphy that sleeps 2. So you got a total of 6 people that can stay in this room. Also, with the cabins at Wilderness Lodge, the cabins at Fort Wilderness, you can bring 2 dogs. It does cost you to bring your pets with you, but they allow 2 dogs to come in to the room and stay with you while you're visiting Disney, which is kind of nice, right? So, you know, just something to consider. But I really like the feature. We're going to go back outside. I really like this feature out here with the deck. You know, it gives it a homey feeling. And, you know, yeah, it's, what do you call it, Gail?
Glamping.
Glamping. You know, it's my kind of camping, definitely. And it is really a neat looking structure.
We were, you know, initially we had done an episode about wondering if you're losing that cabiny feel, but you're really not. It's very much, you still feel that theming, that environment.
Yeah.
I think they're great. I love them.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, definitely. Very impressed with it. They do have them lined up. You get assigned your cabin. One thing that I was thinking, this is a huge resort. We're going to go around and we're going to tour the resort too. I was thinking maybe those air tags, the Apple air tags, if you're not good at driving around at night trying to find your location, because this is a huge property, you might want to leave an air tag in your room so that you can find your room when you're driving back to your room or coming back to your room. There's a little sign here reminding people not to feed the wildlife. So that's going to complete our tour of the room. All right, so this is really where your journey starts, folks. When you pull up to the Fort Wilderness at the front gate, you'll be led back here to where you have check-in. And I'll flip this around so you can see as we go. There you go. You got parking up front. This is temporary parking for check-in. And straight across the roadway here is where your extended parking is. Just so you know, you're allowed to have 1 vehicle back in your cabin area, and also your golf cart. Any other vehicles would have to be parked up front with the extended parking. This is the entrance. Right straight ahead back here. You'll see the gates going up and down. That's your entrance. And you'll be led back here to the reception outpost. So you'll come in to reception outpost and you'll check in. Unless you've already checked in line and your cabin has been assigned to you, you can come in here. It's concierge. You can take care of your ticketing and reservations for dining and things of that nature to assist you with. But very nice theming in here. Of course, it's Fort Wilderness, so you have that type of theming throughout the whole property. Nice area for the kids to wait while you're checking in or checking on whatever you need assistance with. We're going to go straight through the back here this is where you'll get your golf cart assignment. And I would really recommend that you have a golf cart assignment or a golf cart rented out, because this is a large property. You know, a lot of times you think that it's maybe Saratoga Springs is a large property for DVC. This is a very large property, and unless you want to walk to all your destinations, then you got to cover a lot of ground. And one way to cover it, it's not a golf tournament. This is actually for anybody who's reserved. So the golf carts have seating for 4, typically, but then you have these extended carts that have additional seating if you're traveling with a larger group and you have to have room for 6 or 7 people. There you go. Straight across from where you check in for a concierge check-in front desk is the bus pickup. There's several locations for the bus shuttle to be able to get you throughout the resort if you don't have a golf cart to use. It'll take you where you need to go, and of course take you to the parks, Disney Springs, all the other destinations. Conveniently located is the airport shuttle right up front here, and this is where you can get a ride when you have to leave, and nobody wants to do that. But we're going to continue on with a tour of the grounds here and show you what's going on. First, I'm going to show you this map. If you want to freeze your screen, you can take a look and take note of where things are at for dining and activities, for purchasing different needs, food needs, or souvenirs, things of that nature. And Circle D Ranch, straight across from the reception post, there is a Tri-Circle D Ranch for trail rides. They have those that you can take, and also not to be confused with the other Tri-Circle D that is in the back side of the resort, where you can go and view the horses that they use in the parades, and also there's pony rides that smaller kids can take and enjoy that. So lots to do here. So we're going to be exploring and sharing that with you. So as we're out and about and showing you the grounds and everything, we met up with Gail's best friend, Virginia. So Virginia, what do you think of the resort so far?
Oh my God, it's awesome. I mean, look at that Spanish moss from the trees. Like, it is so pretty.
Yeah.
And those little cabins, oh,
Yeah.
precious.
Yeah, there you go.
Love them.
We love it, and we were talking amongst ourselves, and you know, we love all of the resorts and what DVC resorts, but this one has a different feel to it. You know,
my God,
it is
it
just
is
totally
so
different. I'm
cute.
so glad that we did this.
Me too.
You know, but what trip to Disney goes without shopping? So behind us we have the trading post, and we're going to go in there and look around. And you know, I think we should have a competition, since we're out in the wilderness, to see how many words we can use, like I don't know, Western words like roundup and that kind of thing. So I think we should mosey on in and do some
Oh,
shopping.
look at that mosey on it.
All right,
Awesome.
let's cheesy, but let's go on in. So as you walk in, there are, of course, a lot of items to look at and purchase. You know, they have suitcases, and who hasn't gone on a Disney trip with luggage and end up having to go out and buy more luggage to bring home the souvenirs, clothing, whatever it is that you picked up for yourself or for family to take back home. But you can see some unique items that are within this store for the wilderness, Fort Wilderness attire, and also the Chip and Dale. You're going to see a lot of that. I love this chair. Fort Wilderness, a nice relaxing chair, really sturdy the way that it's built and all. I'm not trying to sell furniture, but has some pockets there. Very nice. And I wonder how many people have purchased one of these, a coonskin cap. I will probably be one of them. But you have your typical items within the store, from the toys to things, maybe a football in the swimming pool to toss it around, stuffed animals, things for all ages. But one thing that I did notice is that there is, for Disney Vacation Club, there are items available for Disney Vacation Club, but there's nothing exclusive for the cabins at Fort Wilderness, which I was kind of surprised. Even on the Loungefly, it's DVC member Loungefly, and it has all the resorts, but it does not have the cabins at Wilderness Lodge, or Fort Wilderness, I should say. So maybe they'll come out with something that has it, but so far, nothing, not even t-shirts, and that's something I think that they're missing an opportunity on, because people get really excited about coming to this resort, especially with the new DVC cabins that are available for you to use. I think this backpack is really cool, and with all the patches, and that's $89 for that. Of course, if you're a DVC member, you get a discount, or annual pass member, but you have your typical items again that are available: coffee cups, keychains, some collector pins if you're into collecting pins. To show you around a little bit, household items, and then of course you have some items if you want to take it back to your room, to your cabin. And then if you are, of course, because it is DVC and you have one bedroom, you have that full kitchen. And so there's items in here that aren't typically in a hotel, such as making your own pizza or tater tots or things of that nature. Now, at the cabins, of course, there's grills right outside of each of the cabins, so they have those items that are available. And remember, this is a availability of camping too, so people are here with their campers and their tents and are enjoying their stay too, just in a different way as far as accommodations. So if you head out the back door of the metal trading post, you will find a spot where they have endless events that you can participate in with your family. And again, this is what makes it unique as far as this resort here. At this resort, you can do a mining experience, so that you buy a bag of dirt and you go over and you try to find different gems in your bag of dirt, as kind of like a miner would back in the days. And then there's kayaking and canoeing and bicycling. You can do fishing with a casting rod, fireworks cruise, bass fishing excursion, archery, and then back trails as far as for scenic walk, I guess is what that is. I'll have to check that out. Not that I'm going to be participating in that, but a lot of activities for people, a lot of areas to relax. And of course, they have some things that other resorts have too, where maybe they're doing tie-dye over here. Around the corner, you have where they do their movies and also their marshmallow roast. So you can do that in an open fire with the kids. They show an actual outside seating area where they show a movie, and Chip and Dale come. They have live music performing, and here you can see the canoes lined up. And this is one thing that I'm going to have to ask a cast member about, because they have the canoes here. Right next to it is a sign that says alligators and snakes in the area, so I have to ask about that too. So talking with a cast member, as far as the back trails tour, that is bicycle and Segway, but right now that is closed down because of the construction of the cabins and things of that nature, so they want to keep everybody safe. And then with the canoes, that was interesting. They say if there are any alligators or snakes spotted, they won't rent out the canoes. They'll close down the pond area, which is a good idea. But here is where you would take your bag of dirt and sift through it and find your gems. You know, I think the grandkids would really enjoy doing that. And then over to the left here, my left, straight ahead now, is where the swimming area is. Large swimming pool with a splash area and also a large slide. I don't really want to go over there and videotape that because there are people enjoying their vacations, and I don't want to get up close and bother them. So we'll do it from a distance here, but you can see it's a large pool area. A lot of activities. That's common for Disney Vacation Club resorts, that there is a pool area, splash pads, slides. But like I say, there's some unique things at this resort that you won't find at other resorts. Modes of transportation. Of course, we've seen people with the golf carts, and also we've seen them on bicycles. Of course, people are walking. You're allowed to drive on the property also, but a lot of modes of transportation that can get you around the resort. Again, we did reserve obviously a golf cart to be able to get around, and it is a large resort again. So if you want to do that, you need to do it in advance to be able to reserve a golf cart for you to make sure that it's available. But let's keep on going with our tour and see what else this Fort Wilderness Resort has to offer guests. Okay, another item that you can do, or activity that you can do that you can't do at another resort, unless you take a bus transfer from your resort to Disney Springs, then over to Fort Wilderness, or from your resort to one of the parks and then transfer over to Fort Wilderness. One way or another, you got to get to Fort Wilderness, is the Tri-Circle D Ranch. So inside, we're going to take you in, show you a unique experience that can only be done on this resort's property, and I think you're really going to love it. So this is where they care for all the horses that are at Magic Kingdom, or they're included in the different parades. And then of course the ponies that are part of Cinderella's carriage. Everything's on display. This is totally free, so you can come out here, spend some time with the family. And of course you see straight ahead some Mickey ears. Truly a wonderful thing to be able to do with the family that's totally free. And it doesn't matter what resort that you're staying at. Just come on over here and take all of this in. I'm just going to show you some of the horses that are here being kept and taken care of. Probably some of the horses that, you know, anywhere that are taken care of so well by Disney. You know, they're eating well and made to make sure that they're healthy. And here's one, all braided up. And this is a pony for the kids' rides, for the pony rides. So you just register your child for this experience. You have opportunities to get the photo op with the pony. Really, really neat.
There you are. Hi, Fletcher. Come on. Let me see you.
And here's some Disney history right here. So if you haven't come out here to see this, make sure to do it. They're brushed and bathed and fed. These are probably the ones that are being taken care of right now, out for feeding and grooming. And of course, the hidden Mickeys. But bring the kids out here. It looks like all the kids are enjoying it, just watching. Some of them getting the pony rides. But a truly unique experience only offered at this resort here. So the crowd's cleared out a little bit, so just let you see what the requirements for the pony rides are. Obviously for children, not anyone like myself, but you know, for the price, I think it's worth it for the experience to be able to let your kid, a lot of kids, you know, don't have access to a horse or a pony, but here they do. And turned on the music here for the history of Walt Disney Company. And, well, instead of read it, just show it and let you guys freeze your screen there. Okay, so while everyone's in the distance here, maybe it's Grandpa giving a horseback ride or pony ride to his grandson. Just a really unique experience. And over on the other side here, very, very neat. We'll have to bring the grandkids over here, huh, Gail?
Yes, for sure. Absolutely.
So the activities continue here at Fort Wilderness. We have the horse-drawn carriages, the rides, the wagon rides, and you know, some of these are really priced well, you know, for a family to be able to go out, you know, for something different. Again, you're not going to find this at other resorts. It's just going to be here at Fort Wilderness. Over to my left is Pioneer Hall, and of course that's where they have the Hoop-de-Doo Review. And that is where they have a show and they serve you dinner, and it is barbecued ribs and fried chicken and strawberry shortcake, and it sounds delicious. But we're going to continue on over by the lake and show you a couple of other things. Just past the Pioneer Hall is a Trails End restaurant, where it's a quick service where you go up. We'll show you that later, but you go up to the window and get what you want. And again, it's going to be same as the Hoop-de-Doo Review as far as fried chicken and the barbecued ribs, pulled pork, strawberry shortcake, but lesser price, no show. But the food selections here are a little bit limited. I would say, you know, you got cheeseburgers and things of that nature, but anyway, it is good. We enjoy it. Crockett's Tavern here. You can go up to the window or you can go inside. But again, we're going over by the lake. Okay, so I know at other resorts you can rent pontoons and go out for fireworks shows on the boats, but definitely this is something that is limited. Old Key West, of course, you got your boats that will take you over to Disney Springs and Port Orleans and so on, but here you can get your own pontoon boat. You can go out bass fishing, and it has a beach, of course. You know, so does Grand Floridian, so does the Polynesian, and you have your boat transportation to and from different resorts, and again you can get that from other resorts, but this resort is just different. You know, it's fun, it's unique. We really have fallen in love with this place, and it's sad to say, in 24 years of being DVC members, we've only been over here maybe a couple of 3 times. So this has really opened it up for us as far as being able to experience this resort, see it in a different light, and we're really enjoying it. So I, for one, I guess I'm glad that DVC opened up the cabins here on property, and it just made it so we made sure to come over here and use this resort. I know they had the cabins before, but this is new, so we thought we'd give it a try, and we really do love it. We're planning on bringing the grandkids here. The rooms, the cabin, I thought was incredible, and as Gail mentioned earlier, it wasn't something that really impressed us before, but after seeing them, being here, it's such a relaxed atmosphere. The families doing various tasks, and the unique activities that can be offered here at this resort versus other DVC resorts. It's an experience. If you don't buy into this resort, at least come over, use your points, and experience it, because it's very enjoyable. All right, folks, so we're not completely done with the special things that this resort has to offer for us. So there's 2 other things, and what are they, Virginia?
The Magic Kingdom fireworks.
Gail?
And the magical, what is it?
The electrical boat parade.
Oh,
Pageant.
Yeah,
Pageant.
pageant. There we go. Yeah.
Take 2.
Well, anyway,
What is it?
we're
The
at Bailey.
electrical- Stop, redo it.
No, we're at the Bay Lake over at Fort Wilderness, and we're on the beach, and we're going to watch the fireworks for Magic Kingdom and the electrified electrophonic boat parade.
Pageant.
Yeah,
Pageant.
parade. All right.
Oh my goodness.
All right, quite honestly, this is a continuation. The next day, we're in tomorrow, and you're still in yesterday, but we're just doing a drive around, showing you the different cabins and how the different colors, really, just to let you see how they have them organized and laid out within this area here. And I did forget to mention a couple of things. Each of the cabins has an outside charcoal grill, as you can see right there. So you can go outside and, light charcoal and do some grilling. You can use firewood, they say, but of course you can't have a fire outside unless you brought your own fire pit. They don't rent them, they don't sell them, but you'd have to bring your own fire pit, and it has to be covered. And they probably want you in an area where you're not going to catch anything on fire, but it's very nice here. We're really enjoying our stay. The one thing that we noticed also was outside of our cabin, we were sitting there enjoying coffee, and along came a bunch of horses. People were riding horses, and it was just neat to see that. You know, so many different things to do at this resort, this property here for families to enjoy and just fill their day outside of what you would normally experience at a DVC resort. So again, just wanted to show you the cabins, how they have them laid out, the different colors. You know, when Gail mentioned it, I think earlier, that when they first came out with the cabins, I wasn't really crazy about it, and you know, just the looks of it, like a she shed or whatever. But I should have learned from my thoughts at first when I saw Riviera that it was a big steel structure and concrete. But you let the Imagineers do their job and do their thing, and they come up with a beautiful, beautiful property. We really enjoy it, really love it, and we'll be back. We'll have to bring the grandkids. Gail's driving, so you want to come back? Yes, Gail?
Yes, absolutely.
Me too.
Oh, that's Virginia. She's still with us. But again, just driving around, and I'm gonna be quiet and let you enjoy the sights and sounds.
Is it three-way? Yeah.
Of the property. Yeah.
Sorry.
Gail is totally lost. No, we're going back to catch the boat.
Oh, right. Sorry. I was heading to the entrance.
Yeah, so we're going over by the lake there. Gonna get a boat ride. I said I was gonna be quiet, but I have to give Gail directions. Just a side note, one thing that I really noticed, that a lot of families are out and about during the day, walk, bicycles, segways, whatever they're doing, they're doing it, horseback riding.
Plenty of outdoor activities if you don't want to be in a park but enjoy being outside.
Now, if you don't want to stay in a cabin, if you look off to the right here where the camera's pointed, you'll see people have campers here. They bring their own campers or they rent campers. There's tents, there's pop-ups, there's $1 million campers. There's all types of campers out here that people are roughing it a bit more than what we are. Of course, Disney buses taking people to parks. And this is the trading post. And this is how long it took us to get to the trading post with the stops at the four-way stops and so on. So it is a distance. So you either have to be very organized and getting your bus schedule to be able to take you throughout the resort. And I'm sure they have several buses going around. But you have to be very organized with that, or you want to reserve a golf cart to be able to get around conveniently, quickly.
Bicycles.
Yeah, bicycles. So I guess
Walking
really,
if you wanted to. They said it was 1 mile from entrance from the front to the back. So, I mean, if you're a walker, it is only a mile front to back.
yeah, yep, yep, absolutely. So we're just sitting behind a bus here. They're helping some guests. And in a golf cart, you're not allowed to drive past a bus if it's stopped. So you have to sit and wait your turn. But just so you know, it's a beautiful day down here. It is November 17th. It is Sunday.
Happy anniversary.
Oh yeah, yeah.
45 years.
It is our anniversary today, and you know, but it's going to be about 80 degrees down here. Beautiful day. So if you're wondering, you know, November, you never know what you're going to get with Florida weather. You know, it can be chilly, or it could be perfect to be able to go and get into a pool.
Just be like me, pack for everything.
And she did. In all fairness to her. And people do decorate their campsites. We actually had a cabin next to us that decorated. They put some lights on the staircase there outside on the decking, and actually put an artificial tree outside. Had the lights turned on. But it is a sprawling property. I would say by square footage, acreage, whatever, this is probably the largest resort of all of Disney's properties that are in the Orlando area on Walt Disney World property. So now I'm going to videotape this because this is going to be a test of Gail's driving skills. You have to drive straight, you have to stay on the cart path, and right in the middle of this cart path is a wooden pole, and right in front of it is landscaping, and you have to be able to maneuver because, and boom, just like a pro. Just like a pro. If you're interested in seeing a cabin and you're not a DVC member, or you're a DVC member and you're not staying here, there is a Disney Vacation Club and a couple of models right up front here that you can go through and be able to see them firsthand and talk to a guide if you want to. This is the public community area, Pioneer Hall, nice playground area for kids to let them burn off their energy. And this is interesting. You don't drive your car up front, you have a golf cart. So Gail's going to find us a parking spot, and as she does that, we're going to say, as we always say, thank you for joining us on our DVC journey, and remember, always be kind to cast members, and we'll see you on our next DVC journey. Bye.
Bye.